Good morning to you. Today it is my first class for class 10, and in this class especially we firstly discussing about the split up syllabus of class 10 science, then how the framing of the question papers given in the board classes you must see in about that, and then we start the first section of biology, that is life processes. Children, is a very important class. So firstly you just show in your screen that the science section is divided into three parts: physics, chemistry and biology. And in physics class 10 there is 5 important chapters in which light, reflection and refraction, human eye, colorful world, electricity and magnetic effect of electric current, and the last one is the source of energy. So in this part we discuss one by one. In a month wise our syllabus is in April to May. There is no section in physics, so we discuss the light in June. Okay. In chemistry, the chemical reaction and equations, acid, bases and salts, metals and non-metals, carbon and its compounds, and the last but very important chapter is the periodic classification of elements. These are the part of chemistry. And the biology, we have 6 chapters, in which the first one is the life processes, then control and coordination, heredity and evolution, then how do organisms reproduce, our environment and management of natural resources. Children, it is the split up syllabus of session 2019 to 20. So we discuss accordingly this. If any changes take place, then we can change our learning processes too. So in this lesson, firstly I want to update you in about the patterns of questions asked in board classes. These are your chapters, the name of the chapters, 16 chapters in science class 10, and in board classes there is 3 pattern of questions. One is the objective type questions, is having 1 marks. Again the short answer questions with 3 marks, and long answer question of 5 marks. The number of questions is also fixed, children. There are 20 questions which is of objective types, whereas 10 questions from short answer, and in long answer section there are 6 questions. So total 80 marks are for the theory papers and 20 marks for internal assessment. So it is very important to know in about each and every chapters are very important, and it is the most important classes, that is class 10. So in this class we start our learning from the chapter first of biology, that is the life processes. Children, in this lesson, firstly in this class we have discussed in about the introduction of the life processes. What are the different types of life processes? Nutrition, there are different mode of nutrition like autotrophic nutrition, heterotrophic nutrition, and the different types of heterotrophic nutrition. Children, first of all, as the topic name is life processes, so firstly it is very important to know what is the meaning of life according to this. You study lots of things about the living and non-livings, but I think it is very important to know about the meaning of life according to science. So it is very complex to define life, but if we want to define life, so we can say that it is nothing, it is an unique combination of different biomolecules which undergoes chemical reactions and gives product in a form of growth, development, etc. Simply you can define life. Okay? Now, children, you learn or you see lots of things in this environment which may be categorized in two major groups. If we want to categorize all the things in two groups, we have two important groups, that is the living and non-living. You already understand the meaning of living and non-living, and you can categorize. So, firstly, I want to say you that how can you recognize whether the thing is living or non-living. Yes, I know you have an idea in about the nutrition, respiration, excretion, transportations, metabolic activities. Yes, these are the different criteria according to which you can categorize whether certain things is living or non-living. So, in this chapter, we have firstly discussing about the criteria for distinguishing the things living or non-living. Okay? So, now we have known about the meaning of life. So it is very important to know about the processes means, because our chapter's name is life processes. So what is life processes? So life processes is the basic functions performed by the living organism to maintain their life on this earth. Okay? Again, I repeat it. The life processes are the basic functions performed by living organisms to maintain their life on this earth. Is that clear? So what are the basic life processes? I have written in my notes. It is nothing, it is a nutrition, respiration, transportation, excretion, control and coordination. Children, these different processes have different function in our body, or not in our body only, in any living organism's body. So what are the different functions? You just see in about the next tables. That is the nutrition help in converting the complex molecule into simpler one to utilize it and gives energy to our body to do certain functions by us. What about the respiration? Respiration is also another important life processes which releases energy from the food absorbed by the body. What is the meaning of transportation? It is a process in which a substance absorbed or made in one part of the body and moved to the other part of the body. Because you know in class 9 that the multicellular organisms are formed by different or group of cells. So each cells need food, each cells needs nutrients. So these transportations will help to transport these materials to particular that cells. Another important life process is excretion, in which we discuss in about the process in which the waste material produced in the cells during the various metabolic activities are removed from the body. Similarly, what is the control and coordination? The main function of the control and coordination is the process in which the living organism survive in changing the environment and control their body accordingly. Another life processes are the growth, movement and reproduction. Children, in this chapter we have 4 important life processes to discuss. First one is the nutrition, another one is the respiration, and then excretion and transportations. So firstly I want to say you that in each part, nutrition, respiration, excretion and transportation, we just discuss in about the living organism, and especially the living organisms means the plant or animals. In this chapter, we also include certain unicellular organisms like amoeba, euglena, and we discuss all these processes in that. So first of all, today we start our discussion with nutrition. What is nutrition? Children, you learn in about nutrition in class 7, but your definitions may be elaborated according to the class 10. So what is nutrition? If we define nutrition, then the word nutrition is derived from 2 words, nutrient and son, T-I-O-N. So another important term, that is the nutrients. Yes, you know. Nutrients is the substances which is very important for the organism and taken from the surroundings and uses as the sources of energy. So nutrition is the process of taking nutrients by the living organisms to utilize it to various processes of life. Okay? So from where the living organisms get energy? Yes, children, it is food, which is an organic substances and gives energy to the living organisms. Now, we can define nutrition in such a manner that it is a process of intake of nutrients like carbohydrates, fats, proteins, minerals, vitamins and water by an organism as well as their utilization. Okay? Children, you know there are various types of organisms on this earth which have various features. So we can categorize the different mode of nutrition on the basis of the living organisms. First group is the autotrophs. Yes. What are the autotrophic mode of nutrition? We have discussed today in about this. And another group is the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. And the organisms which perform this heterotrophic mode of nutrition are called as heterotrophs. So we have 2 categories, that is autotrophs and heterotrophs. So it is better to know in about the autotrophic mode of nutrition and heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So firstly, we discuss about the autotrophic mode of nutrition. Bird autotrophs is derived from two words, auto and trophs. Auto means self, whereas trophs means nutrition. So, we can define autotrophic mode of nutrition are that type of nutrition in which the organisms often prepare their food with own. We can simply define autotrophic mode of nutrition is the mode of nutrition in which an organism make or synthesize its own food from the simple inorganic material like carbon dioxide and water which are present in the environment. And those organisms which perform these important functions are called as autotrophic mode of nutrition. And these organisms are called as autotrophs. Now, what are the examples of autotrophs? All green plants, certain autotrophic bacteria are autotrophs. And what are the basic function performed by the autotrophs? Yes, it is photosynthesis. So, a very important terms we have discussed, that is the photosynthesis. You learned something about the photosynthesis in class 7. Here we discuss about the photosynthesis means and what are the processes going on in photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a very important process taken by the autotrophic or autotrophs like plant, in which synthesis or manufacturing of food take place in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. Okay, we discuss it in later. Another mode of nutrition, that is the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Heterotrophic mode of nutrition are those nutrition in which the organisms prepare or they depend on other for food. So, we can simply say the word heterotrophic is derived from two words. Hetero means other and trophy means nutrition. So, heterotrophic nutrition is that mode of nutrition in which an organism cannot make or synthesize its own food from simple inorganic material like carbon dioxide and water, and they depends on other for food. And those organisms which perform heterotrophic nutrition are called as heterotrophs. Now, what are the different types of heterotrophic nutrition? There are three important categories of heterotrophic nutrition. There is saprotrophic or saprophytic nutrition, parasitic nutrition, and holozoic nutrition. One by one, we discuss in these three types of heterotrophic nutrition. Saprotrophic nutrition. The word sapro means dead. It may be dead plants, it may be dead animals. So, saprotrophic nutrition is that type of heterotrophic nutrition in which the organisms take their food from dead organic matters, or we can simply say the dead and decaying organic matters. It may be categorized in two groups, saprophytes and saprozoic. If the organism take food from dead plants, then the term saprophytes are suitable for that. And if the organism take their food from dead animals, then the saprozoic word is suitable for that. Another mode of nutrition is parasitic nutrition. The parasitic nutrition is that types of heterotrophic nutrition in which an organism derives its food from the body of another living organisms. Mind it. There is a difference between saprotrophic and parasitic. In saprotrophic, the dead plants or animals are responsible for food, whereas in parasitic, one living organisms can take the food from another living organism. So there are two important parts here. One which take food and another from where food is taken. So one is parasite which take food and another is called host from where this parasite can absorb or take food, and it must be living. The third very important mode of nutrition, heterotrophic mode of nutrition, that is the holozoic nutrition. What is the meaning of holozoic nutrition? The word holozoic means, the holo means complex, zoic means animal, we can simply say. So the holozoic nutrition is that type of heterotrophic nutrition in which an organism take the complex organic food material into its body by the process of ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion. So in holozoic nutrition, these 5 steps are essential because of the complex food must be ingested, digested, absorbed, assimilate and digest. It is discussed elaborately in the part of nutrition in animals in my 3rd class. So firstly, just I want to repeat or recap these classes. Today we have discussed in about the split up syllabus of class 10 science, and we just categorize our science in physics, chemistry and biology, and we know in about the 16 chapters of class science, of class 10 science, and each chapter is very important. After that, we know in about the patterns of questions asked in board classes. There are 3 categories: objective type questions, short answer questions and long answer questions. And in 3rd section, we start our learning with a very important chapter, that is life processes of biology. And in life process, today we have discussed in about the meaning of life, the meaning of life processes, the different types of life processes and their functions, and the most important life process, that is nutrition, is discussed elaborately. In my next class, the nutrition in plants we have discussed. So children, listen this video with the notes very carefully and test your understanding. There are few questions for you, about 10 questions, which is very important, and it belongs to this part only. So it will just for you, and repeat your works. So in my next class, we will meet in my next class, that is nutrition in plants. Okay? Stay home, stay healthy.